When this African grey parrot learned to speak, it was the first ever to ask an existential question. Have you ever met Alex, the African grey parrot? Dr. Irene Pepperberg's collaborator and test subject for 30 years during her research into animal psychology, notably that of birds, was this groundbreaking bird. Birds were not thought to be clever animals prior to her study with Alex, due to their walnut-sized brains. In reality, the term bird brain was frequently used as a derogatory epithet for idiocy. Dr. Pepperberg's research, on the other hand, completely altered the field by demonstrating the capabilities of the African grey parrot through numerous cognitive activities. Alex had accumulated a variety of skills that were usually regarded to be above animal reasoning by the time he passed away in 2007. He had demonstrated that the intelligence of some birds is comparable to that of dolphins and primates, who are often regarded as some of the world's smartest animals. In June 1977, at the age of roughly 12 to 13 months, Pepperberg acquired Alex, which was an abbreviation for Avian Learning Experiment, from a pet shop in Chicago. To avoid any questions about whether she chose a bird based on any apparent unique talent, she had a store staffer choose him for her. She set out to demonstrate that any bird could complete the activities she was preparing to provide as evidence. She started him out on a tactic she called the model/rival technique. Alex would watch two of his trainers interact during this training. One of them would serve as an example of the desired behavior, making them a competitor for the other trainer's attention and the reward from the bird. In order for Alex to comprehend that it was an interactive process, the two trainers frequently switched positions. They made it possible for them to have a two-way conversation with him in this way. Dr. Pepperberg noted that as time passed and Alex's understanding improved, he would sometimes correct his trainers if they made mistakes in conversation. He would practice phrases on his own as well, and in his later years. He would occasionally act as Pepperberg's helper, taking on the roles of model and rival to help teach other parrots in the lab. Alex had been taught to distinguish a wide range of various colors, items, materials, and movements, and he had more than 100 words in his vocabulary to do so. He was familiar with at least 50 distinct things, and he could count groups of up to 6. Even the idea of zero was reportedly understood by the parrot. He had a clear knowledge of the words he used, and he was able to recognize items even when they weren't exactly like the ones he had seen before. For instance, if Alex were shown a yellow plastic key, he could tell it apart from one that was made of metal based on color and material while still classifying them as keys. He would be asked questions like what color, what matter, or what shape, after being shown an object, and he had a very high rate of accuracy with his answers. Alex would frequently grow weary of the tasks because the studies needed to be repeated a lot for statistical reasons. Then was when his witty personality would really come out. He regularly attempted to alter the exercises by giving purposefully false answers or by asking his own questions in place of those posed by Dr. Pepperberg. He was the first and only non-human to ever ask a question, so his capacity to comprehend and formulate his own inquiries was a revolutionary development in and of itself. When Alex posed an existential query regarding his own appearance, it was one of his most impressive moments. He was given a mirror, and after looking at himself for a while, he inquired, "What color?" He was taught the word gray 6 times before he understood it to refer to the color of his feathers. In contrast to the typical predicted lifespan of a parrot kept in captivity, Alex passed away unexpectedly on September 6, 2007, at the age of 31. He had a habit of saying a few closing remarks while bidding Dr. Pepperberg farewell each night. After she put him back in his cage, he said, "You be good, see you tomorrow, I love you." Dr. Pepperberg and her co-workers were heartbroken by the loss, and the New York Times and other major publications ran a number of eulogies for Alex after his passing. His passing did not, however, signal the conclusion of their inquiry. Pepperberg is now working with 2 parrots named Athena and Griffin while she continues her research with other birds. Ornithologists now know that bird brains are more complicated than previously believed because of the study Pepperberg and Alex conducted. As a result of this revelation, scientists are now investigating the potential of additional bird species. Additionally, outside of the animal kingdom, the modeling methods used to train Alex and the other parrots have been shown to be successful, particularly when used to train kids with learning difficulties.